Hey there, Linda coming to you today from my little slice of paradise. So today we are going to talk about how to choose a brokerage. In one of the last videos I had done, I had talked about the first 5 things you need to do when you get your real estate license. So yay, congratulations, you are now licensed. And what that means is one of the first things you need to do is find a brokerage to hang your license with. Now, one thing that I want to make a note of, realize that as a realtor, you are an entrepreneur. So it is your business to run, okay? What your broker is gonna do is you need to decide what you're looking for from your broker. So what is your business gonna look like? Do you want a lot of support, a little support, something in between? What are your expectations of a broker? Lots of training? Do you have a strong business background? Maybe you don't need as much. How much of a self-starter are you? So I know I just threw a couple of things out there at you, but those are all incredibly important things for you to think about when you are looking for a broker. Now, first and foremost, you get to decide. So you get to interview which brokerage you choose to hang your license with. They'd be lucky to have you, right? So just remember it that way. They are lucky to have you. And so what you want to do is, we started talking about what your business is going to look like. So different brokerages have different commission splits. There are 100% brokerages, there are brokerages 80-20, 70-30, 60-40, so on and so forth. So those different splits are going to give you different levels of service. Some may be incredibly important to you. There might be some technology that you're really leaning on, some camaraderie, some training, other agents that you want to get into. So find out from them exactly what that split is, if it ever changes, if it stays the same, because there are different brokerages that it's called capping. Once you pay a certain amount of money into a brokerage, it may change. Some brokerages, you're always going to stay at the same split. So find out what that is and what you're getting for the split that you're paying. Find out if there's additional fees. There are things like technology fees, desk fees, all sorts of different fees. I know that there was one realtor that I had a conversation with, and she had been frustrated because she had made the choice to join a brokerage. They paid a lot of her MLS and her National Association of Realtor fees up front. Well, then she was in contract with them and had to stay with them till she closed so many deals. And she just felt stuck, and it wasn't a good place to be. Now, talking about the support, what does that support look like for you? Like I had mentioned, are there different types of tools and technologies that you have? Some of our local MLSs do provide different types of tools that you can utilize as well, but find out what type of support you're gonna have, what type of an access to your broker you're going to have, how accessible are they, how much do they offer you in regards to support? Are there mentors set up in the system? Another thing to think about is the location. Where is the office located? When I first started, I had actually joined a broker that I was absolutely crazy about. It was a really great choice, and I don't regret it at all, except it was about 45 minutes from my house. Well, I had been commuting for almost 20 years to a job and didn't want to commute anymore now that I was an entrepreneur. So it didn't really make sense to me. And I was going to this office to spend time with others, and sometimes people were there, sometimes they weren't there. And what was happening is my business was starting to grow in that area. And that was 45 minutes from my house, so it just didn't make sense. So I actually left that brokerage. I am currently with eXp Realty. You may or may not have heard of them. And we're a cloud-based brokerage. So one of the things that I was not sure about with eXp was that cloud-based, because it almost felt like a video game. The first time I went in it, I wasn't crazy about it. And then when I learned more about it, I jumped in with both feet. But I loved that I could work from anywhere. I could work from home. I could work from my car. We're on the road all the time. As you know, in the other videos that I've done, I've talked about how important networking is. So I'd rather spend my time networking with other folks than driving to an office to just sit there. And then, so with that cloud-based brokerage, I can work from anywhere and access all of my office, everything that I need at any time. Also think about the type of clientele that you are looking to attract. One of the things that I had done when I had now been a realtor for a while and was trying to figure out what my next step was, I actually did a search on my MLS. I took a price range of homes that I was wanting to sell, that sweet spot that I felt really comfortable in. As well, I cross-referenced it with the geographical area that I was looking to be in. And what I did was I started doing a search to see what brokerage names I found in each area. And I was trying to disseminate and see if it actually made a difference. If there was one particular brokerage that was much more in the forefront than the others. And what I found out was it actually wasn't the case. So that made me feel really comfortable knowing what I truly felt deep down was that people are going to do business because of me, right? Because of the relationships they build with me and the work that they see that I put into it, as opposed to the name of the brokerage that I hang my license with. So I realized the brokerage needed to be, to me, something that was going to support me, my goals as a business, as an entrepreneur, as opposed to worrying about what the consumers were going to think about my brand. You know how many times I got to the closing table and people said, "What brokerage are you with again?" It was that almost unimportant, quite frankly, to the folks that I worked with because I'd built such strong relationships. Are you thinking that you want to do a big referral business? That's something else to think about. Are you new to the town that you live in? Do you have a lot of contacts from other areas around the country? Different brokerages have different options as far as referrals go. And now remember, when you're going to do a referral, whether you realize this or not, there's usually a fee associated, right? So for example, if I send a lead or a referral to an agent in Chicago, my expectation is that I'm going to send that realtor a piece of business in Chicago, and they are going to pay me 20, 25, 30, 35% of a referral fee for me handing them a definite piece of business, right? They're going to do the work, I'm going to get a fee. So with some brands, you're in a franchise, right? So you are going to maybe have different levels of service, different systems that are utilized, so you don't have to send referrals to the same brokerage necessarily. But one of the things that I love is that I found with EXP, it's actually been really easy to send referrals. So I have done that. I've had referrals sent to me, and I've had referrals that I've given, and it's just the ease of use with the systems and a certain level of professionalism that I've found in my personal experiences. So really, I've done quite a bit of research on this. I think that you definitely need to find some agents that are in the brokerage that you're going to interview. See what they're like. Do you jive with them? Do you feel alignment with them? Do you think that you're going to run your businesses the same way as them? I think that's incredibly important. And just ask lots of questions, and don't be afraid that you have to jump and sign something too soon. I hear, there's a lot of stories with realtors that I got my license, I have an opportunity for a deal, I'm just gonna hang my license. Okay, great. You can always make a change if you need to make a change. There might be a little bit of money involved with that though. So just get all those questions answered. Come from a place of growth, come from a place of excitement that you wanna build your business and find one that you align with. If you have any questions about EXP, I'll put a link in the comments for more information, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. The cool thing about that is you could be anywhere, not only in the United States, but internationally. We actually just went to South Africa, we're in the UK, and Australia, so we're going to new countries all the time. So it's really, really neat that it's not a franchise. It's a cloud-based brokerage where we are all over the country and going into some different countries. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any referrals that you want to send my way that are going to be in the greater Tampa area, let me know that as well. I appreciate you watching. If you found this content, if you found it valuable, please go ahead and click that like, subscribe, ding that bell. That goes ahead and notifies you when I have new videos coming up. Until next time.